boys.
Hey,
the big fella's back.
Welcome back, mate.
thanks, boys. Appreciate it. Had a good break.
How was the whale sharks?
Yeah, man, fucking insane. Head up. And if anyone's thinking about going to WA, get up to Exmouth. It was an amazing trip. So usually I'm a bing-tang, sitting on the beach kind of guy. But it was something a bit different. I liked it.
What was your favourite part?
Yeah, whale sharks was pretty cool. Swimming with the humpback whales. What else was there? Lots of beer, lots of fucking palmers.
How much driving were you doing?
4,000 Ks. All up.
It's a tilt.
Yeah. So it's like going from Melbourne to Sydney, Sydney to Melbourne, Melbourne to Sydney, Sydney to Melbourne, pretty much.
Where's Exmouth? That's pretty far up, isn't it?
It's like 15-hour drive from Perth, but you're only halfway up the coast at WA. You don't realise how fucking long it is. It's like Melbourne to Sydney, and then Sydney to like Brisbane, and then Brisbane to Cairns, sort of thing. I suppose. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, but it was a good trip. So really feel got back to work today thinking I was be like, motivated. Nah.
Yeah. Tom calls me today and he sounded literally like depressed, like wanted to kill himself. He's like, hey man, how you going?
But I'm back in the seat and I feel good now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Feel
Back
really
with a
good.
nice tan as well.
Yeah, I feel good, yeah. I
Yeah.
put on 6 kilos, I don't know how, but
Oh, probably the Palmers. You just
yeah, I
said,
had
beers.
10 beers and wine all fucking night. But anyway, it was good.
Treat yourself.
Missed you guys though, I really did.
Yeah, likewise, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ask the fans that, but they might say different.
Couple sneaky comments in there.
Well, what about my shoes? Everyone been bagging my shoes with the Joel Calso.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
What are you doing wearing
I
work
gotta
shoes?
earn a living. I gotta earn a living first. I get straight from work to here. Can't even go home first because like we're on a time schedule. I didn't get shit about my shoes.
Ever thought about packing a bag with some spare clothes?
Ah, God, don't dare. You don't see me shoes. Actually, you did see the shoes on the pod. You don't see my shoes right now, though, do you? Same shoes. Right you are. No, it's good to be back. Last night's race, bit of a tough one to watch, but
Yeah, it was a bit of a snooze fest.
it was, all 3 races as well. Like you said today, James, was just, I mean, we're so used to so much action.
It was
aren't we?
pretty good.
No, Moto 3 was all right. Like, it was
Yeah.
always all right. It's got high standards.
High
Yeah, that's
standards.
the problem.
Yeah.
When you have a race like the last one.
Yeah.
But boys, we've gone from sitting here a year ago and saying how boring F1 is and how crazy MotoGP is to
It's a bit of a shift
bit
at
of
the
a
moment.
bit of a
It
flip.
is. It is. It's wild, isn't it?
First things first, we have to thank our beautiful sponsor MJ Trading Cards. I'm sure everyone knows now. Proudly supported by them. Mitch has grown it into Australia's biggest and best sport card breakers. So, guys, we have an offer for you. As always, MSR 15 for 15% off your first order on the website. I know a lot of you now probably have done 2nd, 3rd, and 4th orders. Thanks so much for the appreciation and the support. But anyone who wants to jump on board now, 15% off. We'll have that running for the next 4 weeks. So get on board. 10 to 15 breaks a day, James. A day. So
Wow.
like a bit for everyone, eh? It's
pretty good.
I was on the phone to Mitch a couple of weeks ago. He snapped a 1-of-1 card worth up to $100,000. So
Jesus.
someone's taken that, put it in their back pocket, and become rich overnight. So get on board, guys.
Yeah, nice.
Love it.
It's-
And yeah, you go.
It's not just a betting thing. It's you get to own something, which is awesome. So
And check out our Patreon. We've got one of our specials out and we're hopefully recording our next one in a couple of weeks and we'll put that out straight away. It's going to be a very, 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 very funny premise. We're just waiting on a couple of props to come in.
yeah.
So check out our Patreon, Motorsport Republica. You get to see some special episodes. It's only like $10 a month. Helps supports the cause.
Yeah.
You join the Republic.
And you're also getting a discount on our merch.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so if you're spending that $10 a month on Patreon, you're actually getting 20% off all merch, which is $10 on a t-shirt.
We
So
love value.
we love value. We love
love
value. So
And if you haven't seen it, our last Patreon is one of the funniest things ever. We definitely go anti PG. We're not woke, and it went so. After 10, 15 beers, we still had to bleep out a couple things. It was that bad.
Oh,
we
yeah, it got real
really,
bad.
but he hangs his head in shame. We really couldn't let that go.
when you get bleeped on an full uncut podcast, you know you've gone a bit too far.
You could have gone a bit better.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll attack someone else next week or a couple of weeks.
Our next one, we've got a whole theme. We're looking to help bring someone back or a company
Yeah,
back, and
yeah.
we've got a plan. We've got a 10-point plan of what we're going to do, and hopefully it pulls off. We're just waiting on a few things to come in so we can actually film it, which then will be available to sell as well. So
Yep.
And we've got our beanies coming in soon. So
Yep.
we've got our Marlboro Republica one and our Camel Republica. So they'll probably be live this coming
Yeah,
week.
probably either tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah.
Just got to get some good shots of them and stuff and get them online. So
Yeah. So check that out as well. I think they're going to be around about $29.95
yeah,
for a bean.
is that what we said? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. $29.95.
Yeah, $30.
Maybe plus change.
And you buy two, you get free delivery. But if you're a Patreon member, that $60 becomes only $40.
See?
So
And
boom.
you get to see Tom make a fool of himself. It's fucking perfect. Double whammy.
Mate, that's what they pay for, seriously. But yeah, thanks, guys. Definitely just any support at the moment's always good.
And
So-
we love the support. We love seeing
Yep.
like all the messages on Insta and all the comments. It's a lot of fun. And it's fun to reply back to. I just realized when we do reply back to people wouldn't know who's actually they're talking to.
Yeah, sometimes I do put my name at the bottom, but yeah, we morph into one anyway.
Yeah, we're all the same person.
On that note, I want to have a special thank you to It's Called Papi. He's up there.
Papa.
Oh, is it Papa?
Yeah, it's Papa.
Papi?
You've been watching too much of it.
True Papi. It's called Papi or Papa, either one. It doesn't matter which country you're in. He gave us our leaderboard for our running point, our tips. So
I've actually made up a whole thing on that. I just haven't run it past you guys.
So T-Shab was actually like sandbagging pretty much because he's 150 points behind. But bang, puts the top 4 in this week. So that should get me back up there at least to a respectable figure. So I'm in for the big comeback. All right. Heard it
Second
here
half of the
first.
season.
Can you just fact check that Puppy Papa please there, Curtis? Because I was sure it's Puppy, but
I'm with James here. I think it's called Papa.
yeah, okay, all right. I'll give it benefit of the
you
doubt.
got someone else on your mind, mate.
Puppy. But yeah, special thanks. All the way from
India.
India, crazy. Republic has just spread like a plague, hasn't it?
That's crazy. It's literally everywhere. What do we got, Curdy?
Papa.
Sorry. There you
The
go.
disrespect.
The disrespect.
But yeah, we are. We've gone everywhere. Ireland, England, States, South
Yeah.
America, Asian countries,
That's good.
Europe, a little through Italy.
I'd love to know
Spain.
where they find us initially. I think it has to be probably reels and stuff.
Probably
yeah?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I mean, we've been doing this for just over a year, and we're really happy with the support so far. So anyway, enough about us. We've got to get into the week's racing, don't we?
Yeah, boys, what do you think? I was a bit underwhelmed.
Yeah, it was a bit boring.
Even Crafer said it.
Yeah,
In the
he
post
did,
race,
didn't he?
he's like,
Yeah.
it wasn't really a race for the fans. And like, yeah, I can understand. It's just a GP 24
Fest.
showdown, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
It's becoming predictable.
It is
I think
predictable.
we know that they're going to be, and if T-Show picks the top 4, it's been predictable. Cause,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
you're normally throwing random
Yeah.
swings at,
Bastianini, I thought in that position, we'll get the results up soon, but Bastianini in that position, 3rd. I just thought he could attack from there. Marquez, what could he have done? I think he would have probably had been a lonely, probably between Bastianini and maybe Martin in the end.
we've
But
got a good hot take on Marquez actually coming up later in the episode as well.
results, Brish.
Sprint race. Pecco Bagnaia, Jorge Martin, Alicia Spargo, Anea Bastianini, Jack Miller, Franco Morbidelli, Brad Binder, Marco Bezzecchi, Paul Espargaro, and Pedro Acosta in 10th. And then main race results. Pecco Bagnaia doing the double, Jorge Martin, Anea Bastianini, Marc Marquez, Brad Binder, Marco Bezzecchi, Maverick Vinales, Franco Morbidelli, Alicia Spargaro, and Alex Marquez.
Special mention, the name that just throws up at me was Alicia Spargo. He was nowhere in practice.
Yeah, crashed twice.
On Friday,
Hates the track.
bro,
Yeah.
hates the track,
Yeah.
and they were saying all the practice, stop and start,
it's
not
on
for
It's
him.
on a Aprilia track.
No, and to get to what he did in qualifying in the sprint race and great effort, really
Yeah,
good
100%.
effort.
He had a good weekend.
Because he was behind the Hondas in practice, practice 1. So, yeah, great comeback.
Yeah, definitely.
And
They
Paul
did all right.
Espargaro, top 10 sprint
Yeah.
race,
Yeah.
incredible.
And he
Well,
wasn't far off in the main race too. Finished 11th
That's
by not much.
And he spins that many laps around here on that bike,
Yeah,
so
that's
he
right.
just knows everything. It's kind of like what's his name in Magello, Italian test rider.
Pirro.
Ducati,
Yeah,
Ducati
but he
Pirro.
never does anything that
Yeah, but he
good
doesn't do
anyway.
anything too crazy.
Unless
True.
it
I guess he tops FP1 sometimes.
Yeah,
does,
that's
yeah,
true.
on the cold tire.
But obviously you got to give it to Pecco. Like he's just an animal. GP 20. It's a GP 24 fest, but he's still the best of them. Still
Yeah,
gonna be the
100%.
best.
And special mention. Look, I put this in my notes. I'm thinking Marquez at the start, like super frustrating, making these little mistakes. But again, time again, he comes through the field. He was 13th.
Marquez.
Yeah.
he's head and shoulders better than everyone on. But take out the GP24 and it's Marquez and Daylight almost.
But what do you guys honestly think he's going to do next year? I still think
I don't know, man.
BB's going to
It's
fucking...
so hard. It's
It's a tough one.
Have we given him enough chances, though? Like, he just keeps making these mistakes.
I think so, and I think that's his problem. He keeps trying to push that hard. He's making those mistakes, and it's just costing him.
But that's the whole excuse we had in Honda as well. Or when he was at Honda, you keep making these mistakes. I mean, I know it's a completely different scenario, but he's crashed 3 out of the last 4 sprint races.
I know, but it's just predictable. When I was watching the sprint, I'm like, he's going to crash. Bang, he crashes, and then he has the pace for the main race, and then he fucks the start device up, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, that's right.
Do we have any more info on that? Because I was reading something today that they had to change the front rim on his
yeah, right,
on the bike at the start of the grid.
okay.
And then he was all fluffled. He didn't have the reading of his tyre temperature at the start, and he actually just forgot to put the front ride device on.
Yeah, I'm not
that's what
too
I
sure.
read this morning.
I read he went to do it, then it disengaged because he tried to put heat in his brakes.
Yeah.
And brake too hard to, popped it back out. Then he wasn't carrying enough speed to then re-engage it.
Yeah,
As he got to the line, that's what he's come out and said.
There's just a lot of rookie mistakes from Marc Marquez, and I guess he's a rookie on a Ducati, but
Yeah, but you still should be
I
adapting.
I still expect more from him.
You have a lot of, like, if you're starting in the top 2 rows, you have a lot of time to get all these start devices ready. Imagine if you're last on the grid, you pull up, you got to quickly do this, this, and this, and this, and then take off. Like, big advantage and get into the front of the grid, I reckon.
The only difference is you got colder tires.
Yeah, true.
You're waiting for a while,
Yeah.
so there's a balance, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Plus a bit of fuel consumption as well. I've heard them talking about that a lot as they do their siding laps lately.
Yeah, no, they're really tucked in
Yeah.
and rolling down the hills and stuff. It's interesting because obviously they're using so much fuel on those sort of tracks, those stop and start. So
I guess you guys are right though. It's just predictable. I guess it's the word of the weekend almost. Is it's just very predictable, and
that could be our thumbnail.
it could be definitely. And it's very interesting. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the crowd. Well, not many numbers in the crowd. The KTM grandstand normally packed, and it was half empty.
It was half
Yeah, it was
empty.
interesting.
The main straight was pretty full, I believe, but every other stand wasn't full at all. You know, big grassy areas were half empty. I just thought it was really interesting. It was only 130,000 people there for the weekend.
It's not much at all.
Same as Phillip
Nah.
Island.
Well, there you go.
It's
there you go.
been lacking a little bit lately, GP.
Yeah, but if you're producing racing like that as well, I'm not saying it's because of that, but geez, it's easier if we go because we're going to go no matter what. We love it, but you got to try and get people in, and if you're going to see that type of racing, which I guess I get it, it happens. It
F1
happens.
still pulled those numbers and there was domination.
Yeah.
True. And MotoGP does go through this. There's been errors, 800cc errors, the same thing. Just didn't have aero, you know, where it's still spaced out and there was not many battles. But I think F1's more relatable to a lot of people compared to motorcycles because it's a car,
Yeah, of course.
where a motorcycle is different.
It's interesting. The track does, I don't know the stats on this, but it does look like it's in a little bit of the middle of nowhere. So it's a bit of a trek. And all those tracks that are in the middle of that nowhere, it's always going to be that person waking up in that morning going, fuck, should we go or shouldn't we go? You know?
Yeah, 100%.
So
Good point.
I felt like Saturday had a bigger crowd than Sunday.
Yeah,
I remember
true.
seeing the KTM in the sprint race. It was full, and then the Sunday came and it was like, it was half.
Maybe weather played a part as well on
true,
Sunday.
'cause it was supposed to piss down,
It was
wasn't
up
it?
in the air and
Oh, God, it's so annoying when the rain's hitting, like, and you're thinking, oh, it's hitting, and then the whole race is waiting for the rain to come, and then it never comes.
at one stage it looked like it was going to bucket down.
Oh,
It got
yeah.
real
I was
dark.
hoping for it. I was like, God, give us something. Seriously.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Hopefully they can turn it around though. Whatever they're doing, if they're doing something wrong, MotoGP.
Yeah, who knows? I mean,
I think we're just waiting for the regulations now, the new regulations. And like, it's not going to be like that every race. We know that. There's been some really good racing this year, but
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
right.
it's just a track and, you know, I don't think that chicane helps either.
Nah, that's annoying. That chicane. I understand why it's there, but I don't like it.
No one died. Come on, seriously.
yeah, I don't know. It does take a lot out of the racing, though, doesn't it? And it's such an awkward turn. Like,
It's just a nothing corner.
Yeah.
It's a nothing
Shit.
corner.
and you got to make full risk to make a pass in there, and then you run wide. Then like Marquez gets back on, then Martin in the sprint race has to
Yeah.
drop a second, didn't drop the second, then the fucking race is over.
Yeah.
You're like, seriously? Like,
Yeah.
he's trying to like fight, and then he runs wide, so he cuts, and then he's got whole race is ruined.
As soon as people implement just those shitty chicanes, it takes the character out of the track.
Yeah.
Like that whole character of that track is that big long sweeping straight,
I know.
going into a hard, 90-degree uphill braking, where you just don't get that. And that's half. You see him backing it in. Remember, you see Jack Miller, Brad Binder, and all that backing it in. You don't get as much of that now. Like, it's just, it takes the fun out of the track.
No, it's a real short run after that chicane as well.
Yeah,
now.
it's shithouse.
It's annoying.
And I bet you I wouldn't say that would save the race, but I reckon it would help it.
Well, it makes a lot of a difference, right? It keeps people closer for a lot longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that in Moto3.
Yeah, and you need more balls to brake later into that corner
100%.
as well.
Isn't it funny with tracks like I feel the simpler they are, the better they are. You look at Sao Paulo, just simple tracks that the Red Bull Ring. I just love those. Like these new tracks that come around, like your Thailands and your Indonesias. Just so many corners, and like you can't follow the racing as well. That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah, it's a fine line, I reckon.
Boys, how are they going so much quicker? So Aleix Espargaro was 18 seconds faster in the sprint race than he was last year.
Yeah, that's
How?
I don't know.
14 laps. So he's going like 1.2 seconds faster a lap. Like
insane.
on the same bike. Like obviously there's been some, but there's just such a big leap this year. I just don't
been a
understand.
massive leap. And I don't know if it's just a weather thing where it's just tires.
It'd be a bit of everything, man. Like,
Every race though, they're going so much quicker.
Yeah,
Like
Aston all heaps quicker as well.
yep.
it's getting out of
Qatar,
control.
they were half a minute quicker.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts, isn't it?
It's a lot. Like a second in motor racing is an eternity. Like
Yeah, it's a long time.
I remember back. This is crazy. Shout out to Chris Vermeulen, one of our pod favorites. He was on a current affair or like 60 Minutes or whatever, one of those shows. And they were doing a thing on the 2007 MotoGP season because the two
wait,
Aussies.
is this back in the day?
Yeah, in 2007 when Casey Stoner and Chris Vermeulen was up there, and a stupid reporter doesn't know what she's talking about. It's like, so how are you getting faster? And Chris Vermeulen's like, for a manufacturer to go, I think he said something along the lines of a few seconds quicker or a kilometer quicker, something like that.
Yeah.
They had to spend $1 million in R&D. I'm like, that's wild.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The money, that's wild. So that's Suzuki. They got I'm richer than Suzuki. Like seriously.
Yeah, I think everyone is at this point.
They're
in
still
time.
using Kickstarters.
Well, hopefully BMW's paying them all right.
Yeah.
It's getting all their data.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's just I just was blown away by that start. 18 seconds faster in the sprint race. Like I understand like there are developments, but but Oliveira, for instance, now he's on the 24. I get that.
Doing nothing.
But when he was on the 23, he was still going a lot faster than last year on their 24 bike, on their 23 bike, if that makes sense. So, don't know, just something in the water.
Yeah, it must be.
It brings me to my question and I think maybe this is where I got it from the telecast, but is the Ducati GP24 the best engineered motorcycle in Grand Prix history? And it's a really good question, and I reckon I've only got one other bike that I think is up to that standard, and that's the 2002 Honda RC2.
211.
Was it so much better? Was
the
it so much
Valentino
better?
Rossi's bike.
Yeah.
Because that just annihilated the field in different circumstances, though, because they went from 500s to
That's
four
right.
strokes. But that's the only other bike I can really think of.
Yeah, because I don't think any of those Repsol Hondas you would say are that technically advanced because their teammate did nothing on the bike. It was all Marquez. Would you go back to like the Yamaha when Rossi and Lorenzo was on it?
I wouldn't say that was much of a special bike, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they just had two very capable riders on
that's
it.
right.
Yeah.
And that's how MotoGP should be as well. But I think that 03, 02 Honda.
Just so much better than the competition.
Because they spent so much money on it as well, Honda.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. That's probably a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Ducati, the Ducati now is just
It's amazing what they could.
head and shoulders.
It's amazing how the leap they could have made between 23 and 24 as well.
I thought
Like it's already the bike was already this
it was
this
already
good.
amazing.
You know?
I really thought it was going to be a Yamaha 05 to 06, where Valentino famously said, the 05 bike was the peak. They tried to improve on it, and it just didn't work. And I really thought that was going to be the case this year. And Gigi, the genius, has just
Yeah, he's an animal.
done a little bit extra, and just the bike's amazing.
I think they got so much to pull from now. We always talk about it. They're so big on the road and in superbikes as well. They're just dominating everywhere. They got the money coming in.
They're all about racing.
People want to be with them. So
The DNA is racing.
Exactly
that's
right.
what's helping them.
Yeah, they were saying on telecast that when he only won in 16, it was their first win since 2010, Casey Stoner.
Yep.
And you think that doesn't feel like that long ago, and now the utter domination.
Yeah.
Like, it's just incredible.
Well,
So,
I think with this podium, they've overtaken Honda for the most times of the same manufacturer on a podium.
there you go.
Someone fact check that,
Really?
but I think, or in the modern era or something like that.
Jesus.
It's I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I heard that. So if someone wants to fact check that, that'd be great.
Come on, Curdy. That's what you're here for.
I mean, it has to be the most dominated bike now. I don't remember anyone dominating like a Ducati GP24. Like even Rossi on the Honda. Yeah, there was Hondas. Yeah, maybe 02, 03, maybe, but it just seems like it's not. Ducati is just dominating everything more than anyone else.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, Honda had a decent period there through probably 2010 onwards. They were always thereabouts
Yeah.
with Casey, and then obviously Mark jumping on as well. They tended to have
But then you still had
pretty decent
Yamaha
podium,
floating
but
around.
that's
Rossi
right, you
and
had
Lorenzo.
Yamaha biting
Ducati
into
were
that.
floating in and out.
yeah.
I think we're seeing something pretty special with Martin and Bagnaia this year. It's
Yeah,
pretty
we are.
pretty
Yeah,
special.
100%.
Like, they just go off
But
in the distance.
For them to pull those
Head and shoulders.
those 129s, I thought someone's dropping the bike.
Yeah.
For what they do it for 6 or
But
7
how much more
laps.
mature is Martin this year?
Yeah,
He's staying
100%.
behind. Like I thought he was going to start attacking with 5 laps to go. I said, fucking settle down. And he did. He just settled down. Like,
he took
Bagnaia
the
is just
points.
simply just, he's got it. He's got it sewn up.
You know what Bagnaia is? It's like, okay, he can do just for example a 29.8, and you think, okay, that's him. But he always seems to be able to do a 29.6. And when you think he's done these, like, nah, I can do it. I can do a 29.4. Like, he's always got 2 tenths in his back pocket.
Yeah, he just doesn't show his full hand.
He's
I don't
incredible.
It's like one lap and then he goes and then just settles into his pace again. And you're like, this guy's unstoppable,
It's pretty crazy. And I think a lot of people are going to appreciate it after the fact.
I
Yeah.
appreciated it this weekend.
And
I know how boring it was, but
a lot of people put it down to the bike. But I don't think that's the case.
He's still got to ride it.
You still got to ride it. 100% you still got to ride it. So,
And he just gets to the
look back
front.
At this. Once he gets to the front,
Yeah, I know. But you know what the thing is? I say this every week, and you would agree, Thomas. Jorge Martin just leaves 6 bus loads of space for fucking Pecco Bagnaia just to go up on the inside. I'm like, just cover the inside, man.
That's all the start of the race. I'm like, just don't let him get in front, because he gets in front, he'll win.
You just got to
Yeah,
beat
that's
him
right.
up a bit.
Yeah.
But the problem is, as soon as he gets in front, he will just pull half a second.
And
on
he's
you.
so
Yeah,
good
that's
under the
right.
brakes.
Yeah, he's
that's-
amazing under the brakes.
That's his
his forte.
That's his 99 FIFA card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that every great? Sorry,
All on the brakes.
all great under the brakes.
Yep.
I always
Rossi
remember.
was great on
yeah,
him.
I was. Yeah,
Dovey was really, really good.
He
at
was
late
a
braking. He was
demon.
very, very good.
Yeah, but remember sitting at turn 1, Moto 3, Juan Mir.
Yeah, we've spoken about this so many times. It's so true.
It's like he was that far ahead of everyone else on that.
He was
on that
braking
field.
20 meters later
know.
than everyone down in the Honda.
Yeah.
It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
He could break 100 meters in front of everyone this year and he'd still get overtaken.
Oh,
Just going on
man.
that, Miller finished 10 seconds in front of the Hondas after crashing. I mean, these stats don't lie.
Yeah.
He crashed and he's finished 10 seconds in front. Like, come on, man. Like,
Actually, did you hear Alberto Puig's interview with Crafer before the race? They're basically testing in Misano and hoping to have almost a brand new package in Misano.
Yeah.
okay.
That'd be interesting, that.
Yeah. So that's good sign anyway. What do we got, Curdy?
So this was like from 5 months ago. Ducati was like on a 47 podium win streak. Honda had from 2001 to 2005 around about 67. This was 5 months ago.
Yeah, but that's one bike.
That's one bike.
Yeah, no, I'm talking
Yeah.
not podium
All
lockout.
up you're
All
talking
up.
about?
I'm talking.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking podium lockout.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, that
lockout,
makes
alright.
more sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jumping on Acosta, boys, what are we thinking?
Hey, I've reluctantly, I didn't want to do it. I did not want to do it. I named my cat after this person. I'm
Yeah.
basically putting my cat on fraud watch.
Yeah.
But Pedro
he's on fraud
Acosta
watch.
is on fraud watch.
Wow, you're like, okay.
He
I'm-
rookie fraud
He's
watch.
he's a rookie still.
yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Like, I'm going back and looking at the results,
But
start
just-
of the year.
He's just started amazingly.
He finished third in his second race. Then he finished second
That's
in his
wild.
third race, and he's done absolutely nothing since.
He had a mass. How was his crash?
Yeah,
Practice.
it was insane.
That was terrifying.
What happened? Like,
He crashed.
lock the brake?
He crashed, and then I think it was on his damaged bike still, wasn't it? And he had no aero, and then he just hit a front brake and they just dumped at like 300 k's an hour.
He just
pretty
needs
sure.
he just needs to like calm. You know, like when
Yeah,
they're
he just
passing.
needs to ease into his weekend.
Yeah, you know, when like they're passing on the straight and the team manager's just calm. Like just get warmed up.
Yeah, he's still balls to the wall.
But you know, he's 20 years old or whatever he is. I mean, far out. It's hard to slow down these guys, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah. I don't know. Is it the bike? Is it Tim? I don't know.
Yeah, Miller. I know. Again, we had him right down the bottom on our what are we the
Power rankings.
Power rankings this week, but we was much improved this weekend.
Yeah, he had a good weekend besides the actual races.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it counts, he didn't have a good
He
weekend.
didn't. No, and that's why he's down the bottom.
You know, what he's.
But let's
Shame.
see. Has he got a ride next year? Is he going to be
Well,
on
they
that?
reckon he's got
Pramac
signed, sealed,
Yamaha.
delivered Pramac. Well, Sergio Garcia is staying in Moto 2.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Arbolino's staying in Moto 2. So, and I don't think Joe Roberts is going to be coming up.
I
anytime
heard
soon.
that Dorna blocked Iannoni's move to Primac. Any truth in that? You guys hear any of that?
I did
No, I
hear
didn't
that.
hear that actually.
Mm.
No.
So yeah, I heard that it was a blocked move from Dorna. They don't want him back. So that's opened the door for Miller again. That's what I heard from my sources.
I would rather Miller than Iannoni, to be honest.
Oh,
No,
I don't know,
that-
bro.
no.
Just for development.
Yeah, I know, but how cool?
Yeah,
how
it's
cool would
cool,
it be to
of
have
course.
Iannoni back?
I prefer Miller over Miguel Oliveira on Pramac Yamaha. My team would be Miller because you at least could bring Ducati and KTM knowledge to it and have Sergio Garcia. So you've got an elder statesman and a young gun. What's Oliveira doing? I know I've been harsh, but
I think it's been warranted this
it's
year.
been very warranted.
Why is Yamaha signing Raul Fernandez as a test rider when he's rode
Augusto.
Augusto Fernandez as a test rider? Like, what does he know over what?
It's better than who they got now, though. Who they got now?
Cal Crutchlow.
They're both pretty nice. Well, at least he's a Moto 2 world champion, Augusto Fernandez. But going back to it, I would rather Miller over Miguel Oliveira. Miguel Oliveira had more than enough time in the Grand Prix circuit to prove his worth. I'm not saying that Miller hasn't, but if I put those two careers together, I would pick Jack Miller's.
Yeah,
Yeah, not by much.
And I reckon he's better at developing a bike, Jack Miller.
Yeah, he's.
steps
And
Seems
that's,
to
and,
be.
and that's what they want in Yamaha.
Yeah, I was going to say, but Miguel, he's got one thing going for him.
Yeah.
His stepsister?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, you just destroyed my argument. Right you are.
Yeah, but Miller's wife's pretty good looking as well.
Yeah, she is.
It's Ruby.
She is. But no, I'll take Miller. I think that's a dumb move. You've been shaved, Pramac Yamaha.
According to Alicia Spargo, Miller shouldn't be there.
Yeah, that's only because he's retiring
Neither
now.
should Morbidelli.
Dude, I love how
Yeah, that's rough. That was rough.
I love how Pramac's gone to Yamaha, but I like such a bold move. Such a bold move.
So who would you rather have, Miller or?
No, I'd rather Oliveira.
God, you're gonna just die on that sword, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
I'm still taking Oliveira too.
There's some raw talent
I-
in there, Jim. Definitely some raw talent.
Yeah, emphasis on the raw.
No, but Oliveira, man, he's a race winning. He's got race winning material. I don't think Miller does anymore.
He's won more races than him.
I know, but not anymore. Like he's
Oh, it wouldn't be by much, but would it? It'd only be by one or two.
It's one or two more.
It is, but
Oliveira's won 2 races. I'm pretty sure. With Miller's 3.
I just don't.
No,
I
Miguel's
don't,
run 3.
I don't get
Has
the
he?
hype on him.
Didn't he win it in the wet in
He's won
Japan?
And he won Portimao.
He won an
And-
Indonesian round.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he won Indonesia.
And he won Styria.
He's won 4.
Remember
Yeah.
he came through at the end.
yeah. Miller ran wide and passed him. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hard one, Jim.
It is a tough
I mean,
one.
no, I love nothing more than Miller coming back and staying in MotoGP. Don't get me wrong, but I'd take Oliveira personally.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Now, big news.
I don't like it.
Big news. Grassini, apparently a bid from Lindsay Fox to buy Grassini Racing.
The owner of Phillip Island Grand Prix
Correct.
circuit.
Again, they're in talks, couldn't come to an agreement. So, which is super interesting. So
I heard that was to keep Jack Miller on board.
it is, yeah. So that's
wow.
That's a bit embarrassing, but
yeah.
no, like seriously, look at it. I would be embarrassed if you have someone to buy your team,
To keep
buy a
someone.
team to keep you there.
It's a bit of a Carol Abraham. OGs will know that.
Yeah.
His old man owned
Yep.
that team.
Kyle
100%.
Abraham, 100%.
Hey, Curdy, can you Google for us, please? How much does it cost to buy a MotoGP team?
What did Pitbull and they because they bought Trackhouse, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
bought
RNF.
RNF, yeah. But that was a dwindling sort of entity by the end.
Yeah,
I think they're going to court.
Yeah, they had some dramas going on.
Yeah, we don't know the full story of that. We'll find out soon.
I don't
though.
think anyone does, to be honest.
It's all hush hush. But yeah, I think that's a little bit like I don't know. This is a bit embarrassing.
I think he's still. I really do think he's still got a place on the grid. I really do.
James, what's
Nah,
going
come
on, bro?
man.
Like,
There's too much talent,
Yeah.
James. There's
What the
way
hell?
too much talent coming up.
you've changed your tune on this in the last 2 months, I reckon.
Well, over Miguel Oliveira, yeah.
You just hate Miguel Oliveira.
No, I don't hate Miguel Oliveira.
You have
but he just,
hatred.
but he just doesn't do anything. How can you? He's 14th. He should be number 14. That's only.
And he's
where
on the
he
24
finishes.
bike now as well.
He's on, as Daniel says, the best bike on the grid.
Oh, not now.
Yeah, I don't know about that anymore.
I'm
Well, hang on,
going
we-
to add emphasis, but
We,
you know?
we can't, we can't say the
retract that
Ducati's the best bike ever and then say, oh, no, actually, the Aprilia is better.
But that's what we were saying. The
Yeah.
Aprilia is one of the best bikes on the grid. Okay, but maybe not the best, but
I still think it's the second best bike.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's-
KTM, I
so
think
if-
KTM's
if
It's
getting
the
there.
riders.
Yeah.
it's the riders. Yeah,
Next
of
year is
course.
going to be the cream, though, like with those riders they got coming on. And same with KTM. They got some top riders coming. So
What do we got, Curdy?
It costs 7 million, and you're looking up to about 35 million, which is including the driver or the riders, for say, and getting it to run for however long. You know, like
30,
3
like
years,
so
essentially.
35.
35 mil.
Is that Aussie?
That's probably American.
Oh, fuck, so it's like 55 million
Yeah.
Aussie or something.
it's actually not ridiculous.
Get a mortgage on it, you reckon?
55 mil we don't have.
No, 30. Oh, yeah, true. 55. Yeah, it's true. But imagine owning a MotoGP team. Like, whoever's buying that's fucking chump change.
Wouldn't be giving Oliveira a contract, that's for sure.
You'd buy, if you get rich, you win Powerball, you'd buy a team just so Oliveira doesn't get in. Which two riders would you put in? We had this conversation, didn't we? Bagnaia and Marquez?
Yeah, I'd probably do Bagnaia and Marquez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how could you not?
Yeah. I don't know about Marquez, but he's getting close to fraud watch for me, to be honest.
I wonder what's going through the guys at Ducati's head.
Oh, I know.
It's not like, especially after Silverstone and then
now.
Bastianini.
That's what I mean.
I know.
Do you think Jorge Martin's the biggest hard luck story in MotoGP history?
Don't know.
He can't do anything more.
And
I know.
you can make the same argument for Danny.
Yeah, but at least Danny was on a full. Like, he just wants to be on a full factory
Bro,
Ducati.
Pedrosa had his chance though. He kept crashing. It's
Yeah,
not his fault.
yeah.
It's his fault. So I mean, he got taken out a couple of times, but you know, simple
But
challenge.
I really do think that Jorge Martin is the biggest hard luck story so far in his career.
We'll see.
He might win 3 titles in a row of Aprilia. We never know.
God, switching codes for a second. I was looking at Daniel Ricciardo's stats today. That guy was going to be a world champion. He's 35 now. He's racing in the junior Red Bull team.
What a fall from grace.
Bro, that's a hard luck story. Like, he's been in 5 different teams. He came into Red Bull and beat Vettel in the first year.
Didn't he finish second in the championship that
Yeah,
year?
beat Verstappen in the second year. Verstappen came halfway through the season, but it's crazy. Like what massive fall from grace that is.
You know what, but that's the nature of the beast, though.
It is.
We might put out a post
ruthless.
actually. Give us I might make a post. Give us who do you think the biggest hard luck story is in all of motorsport? Whether it be F1, MotoGP. I'd like to see people's answers on that.
Dovi to a certain extent.
Yeah, I reckon he went past his. I reckon he went further than what anyone thought he could do. To be
Yeah,
honest.
okay. fair call.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
He was pretty good coming through the junior ranks.
Yeah, he was good, but again, he went up against the best.
We'll see. I mean,
it was off factory bikes for a long time too. So I don't know if he'd be a hard luck story.
No, I don't think he's a hard luck story.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
think he's gone better than what
Got
he
beyond.
should have.
Yeah, okay, got ya. Sorry.
but Martin's sitting at home right now thinking, I'm being beaten, 8 out of the last 11 races by Bagnaia on the same machinery. I have to go to another bike. If I stay on the same machinery, I'm just going to keep getting beaten.
I think it's more of an ego thing, like a bit of a fuck you to Ducati.
Yeah, 100% it would be.
Well, good on him for doing that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'd back him into
He's gonna have more than enough motivation when he's on that Aprilia.
Yeah. And money, hopefully that, what's the Aprilia's head?
Piaggio Group.
Piaggio Group. So go, fuck, we got the star rider. Let's throw some extra money at this and let's do it.
I hope so. I would love to see Aprilia win a title.
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome.
Have they ever won a Premier Class title?
They barely win races. Aprilia cube, bro.
Yeah.
Blowing up.
Jeremy McWilliams. Put it on pole, 2003. Fact check that one.
What track?
Phillip Island.
Oh, there you go. I was probably there.
Or 04. Probably. 03 or 04. Hey, speaking of Jorge Martin, what happened in the shower, boys? We had a funny comment from someone. Did you see that? It was what did he say, Daniel?
His missus was shaving his balls or something.
Wasn't that?
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
It was like a razor blade and powder or something like that. Someone said.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
didn't get.
I've seen another one. Someone wrote in about Martin's missus shaving his balls. And
I reckon his missus is involved. I really do think they'll.
I reckon they're fucking or something.
100%.
Yeah, she's. Yeah, you would. That's for sure.
Oh, that's where he got puppy from before.
But I heard two stories. It was in the shower, and then it was on the corner of his motorhome. What's the full story? What's the true
There's
story?
something going on there. I'm
Either
telling you.
way, he just needed a pep up.
Conspiracy, I reckon.
He just needed that
And then
pep up.
and apparently he went to bed, woke up, and his hand was full of blood. Then he went to the doctors. That's what I heard. I'm just saying.
Nah, there's something going on.
Something
there.
going on there.
He was chopping up lines, bruh.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck, imagine.
All jokes
With the
aside,
missus,
but
Tom.
Fuck. That's a party you want to be at, huh?
that would have hindered him a lot.
Huh?
That really would have hindered him through the
Yeah.
race because you got to remember there's a lot that goes on in your left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's brakes. The left, the
Thumb
back,
brake.
rear brake.
I think
yeah.
you got to activate all your buttons are there for your ride height and everything. So
There's a decent cut. He had stitches and stuff, I'm pretty sure. So
I think they were saying it was bleeding through all the bandage as well pre-race. As they were putting his glove on, you could see they did a close up of him. His team manager was putting his glove on. He was like in pain.
what's the next race?
Aragon.
Aragon.
2 weeks.
I'm so excited for that.
That's a great track.
Jeez, so we didn't have Aragon last year, did we?
No,
No, they brought it
They
back.
haven't. Yeah, it was just 1 year off the calendar. I think.
It is a great track. Bit of a Marquez track as well.
Yeah.
Couple of those long
Yeah,
left-handers
it
that he
is.
likes.
It is. He won't win, but
Yeah, still won't do nothing. But
Bastianini won there, didn't he, on the Grassini back in the day from like 2-3 years ago, I'm pretty sure.
Pecco won his first race there in 2020.
Maybe it's Pecco I'm thinking of. What bike was he on?
21.
Pramac?
Pramac.
Yeah.
He was on the
No,
Pramac. Really? He was on the
no,
factory?
he was on the factory bike because Pramac didn't win until Martin went there because Jack and Pecco couldn't win on that bike.
Jeez,
Can
there
you go Aragon Grand Prix there, Curdy, just to get the last few winners? We want to see where the form's going to come from.
MotoGP, thanks, Curtis, not F1.
British Superbikes.
Lucky F1 doesn't go to Aragon, it would be in trouble.
Well, GP doesn't go to Spa, but we still got results.
That's for our Patreon listeners. We'll get that.
Oh, shit, yeah. Yes, if you're on Patreon, that's probably the single funniest moment we've ever had.
That was the funniest moment in the history of our podcast. Was that?
Yeah,
Fuck,
on the
Curtis.
last Patreon.
You make me laugh, Jesus.
It was so good. Fuck,
If
it
you
was
ever want
good.
to hear Tom squeak, he was squeaking.
Oh, man. That was fucked. It was so perfect as well, wasn't it?
Perfect
you got to jump
timing.
on board. $10 a month. Far out. Nothing, isn't it?
Fucking not even a pack of smokes at $40 a month. Were they?
Yeah, it's like
$40 month,
1/10 of a
week.
massage or something, isn't
What kind of massage?
it? Just a special tie.
Is this 2022 Aragon?
Yes.
GP?
Yeah.
Bastianini came first.
Oh, Team Shadows.
Bagnaia second. Espargaro
Maybe not the Grassini,
third. Binder fourth. Jack Miller fifth. Martin sixth. Marini seventh. Zarco eighth.
would've been-
Rins nine. Bezecchi 10th.
Chich, what bike was Bastianini on? Was he on the Grassini?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, no, I'm fucking surprised myself sometimes, Daniel.
Yeah, you're good. I forgot that one, to be honest, Tom.
He was battling with Marquez, wasn't it? No, not Marquez, Jesus.
Pecco.
Yeah. That's you know what, boys? I have to admit, the start of the year and
That
last
was for
year,
5 in a row.
Yeah, correct.
Pecco
Yeah.
was going for 5 in
Yeah.
a row, and he just pipped him at the end.
I was
do remember that now.
so off Bastianini last year. You guys keep saying how good he is,
Love
how
him.
good he
I
is.
fucking love him.
I'm
James
on
is mad.
board. I am on board now. Like he's got it. He's got the.
I wish he was on
He's
the
been
Aprilia next
saying
year.
it all.
And I missed
Yeah.
obviously last pod when he won, but yeah, I mean, he's fucking next year. He might do some things on that.
He
new
jumped.
bike.
He jumped the gun, but he should have
Yeah.
waited. He would have had that Aprilia seat.
Yeah, he's
and that
better
would have
than
been the dream
Bezecchi.
team.
Yeah, 100%.
That would have been it. Imagine that. Both of them going to Aprilia for a fuck you to Ducati.
All I know is Ducati are going to regret this decision.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll touch on it later once we get to Moto2 results, but I think they're going to regret broader decisions.
Aldercare.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, Jesus.
Far
Bro.
out.
That's what happens when you give these kids though these contracts too easily. They just, yeah.
Hector Falball commented on our post saying he's
Yeah,
going to
dude.
get somewhere. I'm still waiting.
Just before we go into Moto 2, does anyone pass? They turn 9 Austria. I don't think I've ever seen a successful pass. It's the second last right-hander.
Yeah, everyone they cut back in the inside.
It's
yeah.
the most ridiculous thing
Yeah.
ever.
Hard braking off camber downhill.
Yeah, it's really hard.
such a different line with F1 and MotoGP. MotoGP really break and then sort of turn in. F1 really come on the inside of
That
that.
would hardly
That's
let off.
pretty
wouldn't
much
it?
flat. Yeah,
Jesus, it's crazy.
that would be a great F1 race to go to. Would be Austria.
Yeah.
Because it's incredible track. You can see the whole track from any grandstand. You have all the Red Bull fans, Max fans. Really, really cool. Did Molly go in the end? Did she?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, good on her. Fuck, she's traveling the world, that girl.
And that's all we need to be doing. Fuck.
And sponsored, I think, a lot of the time, which is awesome for her. Did she win a signed Lorenzo print or something? I saw her.
Yeah, I saw that.
Crazy. How'd you get that back home in the luggage?
BS.
That's all, Jim. That's all you had for us?
Yeah. Moto 2. Hey,
Moto 2.
shout out before we get into it. Performance of the week. Ogura. Good on him. Two things.
What-
Actually,
so
let me start the performance of the week.
Maybe the sponsor of the performance of the week as well.
MJ Trading Cards performance of the week. Thank you very much. Let me restart that. Thank you. Ogura. Good on him. Signed for Trackhouse. I love it. I'm actually a fan of the move. And I'm a fan of Ogura, and this is why he's our performance of the week, for sticking to his guns, not just going Idemitsu Honda and doing 3 or 4 seasons and then fading off. Like, he's going to a good bike. He's going to do a whole lot better than Oliveira because he's nowhere. And at least he's going to have a real crack. Like, at least he's on a good bike and going to have it. He just didn't stick down that one path that he should have.
Yep.
Is he only going to be on a 24 bike?
He'll be on 24 or 25. He'll be on a 25 bike. He'll be on a
25
factory bike.
Yeah, right.
Do you think?
I think it'll suit his style.
Yeah. Do you think
Yes.
this was in the works for a year or two, and this is why he hasn't signed for Honda?
I think, well, he left Idemitsu Honda, Idemitsu, the Moto 2 team,
Yeah.
assuming for that reason.
Yeah.
That's what I assume.
Yeah,
anyway.
to get out of that contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good on him, and
He made the right move going to that Boscoscuro.
So is Nakagami staying then?
No, they reckon
No.
Chantra's going to go up.
Ah, Jesus.
Death sentence.
So that's his tie, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's in the
but he's
all
the
Asia-
Honda
same
Asia
yeah.
thing, you know.
Yeah, same thing.
It's a bit more tans.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Just had to bite my tongue.
But that's our MJ Trading Cards performance of the week. Anya Iagura. And in true, and this is my second point, in true Iagura fashion, he signs, gets injured, and can't race next weekend.
Typical.
Name a more Japanese thing to do.
Bro, seriously. And over there got the contract, unfit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck, it's so funny. I've been waiting a whole week to say that. I've been waiting a
Good
whole
timing.
week. to say
Comedy's all about timing. You nailed it. I'm fogging up. That was too good.
All right, let's get back on track. Daniel, what's the results of Moto 2?
What have we got? Moto 2. Celestino Vietti, Alonso Lopez, Jake Dixon, Aaron Canet, Tony Arbolino, Marcos Ramirez, Darren Binder, Somkiat Chantra, Joe Roberts, and Philip Salach.
Hey, Groundhog Day, Aaron Canet and
Yeah.
fucking Jake Dixon. As soon as Jake Dixon was behind him, like, you're going to pass him. Like,
Good
again,
move. Another good move.
Another good move. But Aaron Canet, like, seriously.
I know. And the thing is, I think the fact is Dixon actually did run wide on that pass. But then also Canet ran wide, so then they couldn't get the place back. Like, seriously, just stay on the track. I mean, Christ almighty. He would have finished third.
Yeah,
Canet.
Aaron, but he's allergic to doing good results.
Yeah, legit. He's got his one race win, and that's as good as he'll ever get.
Yeah.
It's,
That could be a hard luck story by the end of his career. Because he showed a lot of talent, except that fucking Jerez when he crashed into everyone. That's why I hate him.
he
Barrel
pinballed
rolled
like 15
everyone.
Oh, my
riders
God, it was so frustrating.
on Estrella Galicia.
That was
That's
his
all right.
downfall.
Yeah, it was all downhill from there. Tom.
Hated him since then.
But yeah, he's a pretty clean rider. He's just cracks under pressure. He must be half Japanese or something. Seriously.
Yeah, the Battle of Okinawa.
But
Very good.
it was a Moto 2 race of old. Not much happens.
Yeah, it's a little bit boring.
I'm telling you, it's that chicane.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But
And
there wasn't much going on. And spewing for Sergio Garcia had that long lap penalty. We went from, I wrote it down, 6th to 14th.
That long lap seemed like it was a harsh long lap as well. You know, some are like
Some tracks are good, some
second and a
tracks
half,
aren't.
some are 4 seconds. Like, yeah, it's tough. And like really looked slippery as well. I'm surprised there wasn't more down like Aldeguer was in Catalunya.
Sergio Garcia, though, at this point in the season, is the most consistent rider. Like, he's got a 20-point lead in the championship, but his bad days aren't as bad as Iaguro, you know, being injured. Same with Joe Roberts.
Yeah.
Furman Aldeguer's bad days is fucking 18th. You know?
And you can't use that. They've got same excuses, or not excuse, but same saying as Espargaro. Oh, it doesn't like the stop-start. Well, bad luck. Like, you've got to get used to
and
it.
Alonso Lopez was up there. Where did he finish again? Was he on the podium?
Second.
There you go. Same bike.
You know, you can't make these excuses. You got to be good at every track. And like you said, your bad days can't be that terrible.
They can't.
We called this, boys.
I know.
End of last year,
we
he
did.
won.
We did.
We should timestamp that. Make
The
a clip
Alonso
out of that.
Lopez effect.
It is.
Yeah.
He did the same thing. He won, what did he win? 3-4 on the trot.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the year.
The year did the double long lap in Phillip Island and still trumped everyone.
Yeah.
And what
It's
did he do? He
the
came out
exact
last year
same
and
thing.
did sweet FA.
Those flyaways at the end of the season are nothing like the European
no,
tracks.
you can't compare them.
No.
It's the same
They
thing.
always, or 9 times out of 10, throw up a wacky result.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised on Ducati for signing someone so early. He must have had a rush of blood in his head.
So
Paolo
weird.
Ciabatti or something like that. Must have been with his mistress.
Yeah.
I think, bro, dead set. Ducati is their own worst enemy next year. Running 3.
They always
But
have been.
That's
but
typical, though. They've done that
Italians.
all throughout their typical Ducati. They've done it throughout their whole time in GP.
Why they're running 3 factory bikes for next year? They got Aldeguer is going to be doing nothing. They've lost 2 fucking world class riders.
I know.
Man,
I don't mind the fact that they're running 3 bikes.
No, I like that.
3
That's
25
fine.
bikes. That's fine. That's not a drama.
It's getting rid of Jorge Martin and Bastianini.
That's just. It's still beyond me.
So
I still
who's
don't get it.
One of them will probably. I can't give him a blame too much because one of them was probably
One
going
of
to
them
go
was going
anyway.
anyway.
has to go. Yeah.
So even if you just kept Bastianini or Martin, you'd probably keep Martin really.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you know, to put Marquez on there, which is great for the show.
Bro,
don't get me wrong.
Martin's so good though.
He's so good.
Like he's qualifying, he's fucking
He's rapid.
insane, and he's not winning as much as Bagnaia, but he's there or thereabouts every single race. Like Bagnaia is a step above. Like it's a big loss.
So what's your early thoughts then, going back to Moto2 and Aldeguer? So he's on an older bike, and if Ducati keep improving, then if Marc Marquez can't keep up with him, what's he going to do?
No, that's right.
Or Bezecchi?
We'll see. I mean, yeah, it's too. But the thing is, they signed him too early, but he might still be that generational talent. You
I don't know, man.
Who, if Ducati had their choice again to sign someone from Moto2 or another rider, who would you sign
Don't know.
I would have taken the punt on Alonso Lopez.
over Garcia?
It's still too early for Garcia. I think.
What about if he goes and wins the title? I'll take Sergio Garcia.
Not on the Ducati.
Vietti's
Not for his riding
Vietti's a sure in for VR46 next year. Sorry, the following year, surely.
Yeah. So
Italian.
I must have been completely wrong because I honestly thought he signed a KDM to come in to GP at 25. But yes, you would think Morbidelli has the 1 year done.
Yep.
And Vietti comes
Get the
through.
Italian in. You have
Get
to.
him
Depends if Vietti does anything though. Like, yeah, he's won Austria 2 years in a row, but he has to perform
He's still
for
got
the
to, yeah, that's right.
rest
He's
of the
still got
20
to
other
perform.
races.
You know,
It's not just given.
that's true.
Well, kind of is for the
The
talent.
good thing about Moto 2, it's so even.
Yeah.
All the same engines, a lot of the same electronics.
Yeah, that's right. It's
And
all
it
controlled.
really shows where the talent is.
It's just hard though. I feel for riders like it's hard. I feel for riders like Raul Fernandez or Augusto, these riders that show so much promise and Remy Gardner shows so much promise, win titles. Tito Rabat. And then he's a prime example.
There you go. Talk about,
prime example.
thing.
Fall from grace.
But like they just get, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Is it just a bike they're on? They just really, really can't adapt? Because I can understand someone like one of the biggest hard luck stories, Hector Barbara. He's one where he went, I think, to Pramac Ducati when Ducati were nowhere.
they were
Then
dog
fell
poles.
down to CRT, and it's like, see you later. But even to go on a Trackhouse, Aprilia, or a KTM, like, do they just not have that little bit extra? Or they just
they
kind
obviously
of
just can't adapt to that speed and that
It's such a gap.
power of the bike.
it's such a gap. But then
It
you
is.
look at Pedro Acosta, like he had some really great results, and now he's
Bro, he finished on the
12th.
podium in his second
I
race. Like, yeah.
there's just so much to it.
You can deep dive, and there's so many factors that come in. Pressure.
Well, the new
It's all between the ears.
the new regulations with engines going to slow them down. That might help the Moto2 riders,
Yeah, it won't be as
big a leap.
Big a leap.
I think the
for sure.
brakes and the tires is
That's
a
where-
massive thing.
Yeah,
Those
you know,
carbon brakes, whatever they are.
completely different stopping power, and the way that the bike would feel underneath two different tire brands.
Yeah, everything's just different. All this electronics, the suspension.
That's right. It's
That-
completely different
And
beast.
there's probably another reason why Vietti did so well, because he was on that WP suspension, and Pedro Acosta did over 200 laps a few weeks before on a Moto2 bike testing
Yeah.
WP. So they had all that data there ready to go. Not to take away his victory, he was amazing.
Yeah, obviously likes the track to go double.
Yeah.
Because he chased down Acosta for that win last year from a long way back.
Yeah, he did too, didn't he?
3 second gap.
Yeah.
I think it was last year or something.
Good
floating
memory.
Around that.
I do remember that, actually. Yeah.
That was a really good end of the
It looked like
race.
the race was over, and then he
Yeah, he
chased him
just-
down. Yeah.
Just be on.
It's
Yeah.
beyond.
But yeah, not much.
That's about it for Moto2 then.
Yeah.
Moto3, boys. What do we got, Daniel?
Moto 3, the Colombian, David Alonso,
He's a star.
David Munoz, Danny Holgado, Angel Piqueras, Colin Vaya, Adrian Fernandez, Jose Antonio Rueda, Joel Kelso, Ivan Altola, and Tayo Ferrazado.
Joe was looking good.
He was looking great.
I know. He
Just
had like
gets-
a half a second lead at one point.
Just got bullied, didn't he, again?
There's straight line speed.
I know. He's getting...
That's what killed him.
But we had him on a few weeks ago. He's tiny. He's a little fella.
Those other guys
I
are
know.
even smaller.
I just can't believe he's just getting like 2-3 bike lengths on every straight. But
copped it hard.
yeah, it was funny because I was watching it and I yell out to my missus and I go, "Oh, Joel's leading. She goes, "He'll finish 8th again."
fucking rude.
I know he bloody did. He bloody
picked
did.
it.
I know he finished 8th, but like he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. He's qualifying really well. He's up there.
Yeah, he's still pushing hard.
But that little David Alonso, little Colombian boy,
Well,
he's so good.
I think
7
you
wins.
messaged me. It's like he's 6, and I'm like, 6 is his first. Like,
Yeah.
that's just
He takes the Mickey.
doesn't he?
Oh, I called it. I said halfway through the race, I said he's OP,
Yeah.
like overpowered.
Oh yeah, I thought you were meaning on pace.
No. I said he's OP. That's a gaming reference, as you would know, Katie. He's just so much better than the rest. He is.
Yeah.
He's so much
cut
better than the
above.
rest. He's like a Mir back when he was in his Moto 3 days. He's like an Acosta. He's that generational talent coming through.
Has he signed for a Moto 2 team next year?
Yeah, he's going to CF Moto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Colin Vire's gone Red Bull KTM.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm really happy
He's showing
with that.
some good stuff.
I'm
Colin Vire.
really excited to see how they go in Moto 2 next year, because we talked to Joel about this.
Yeah.
That leap into Moto 2 it's massive.
They always seem to need a year to get used to it.
At least I could say 2 to 3. Guevara's not doing much. Foggy is
No,
not doing
Fodge's
much.
Not doing much. He end up in the gravel again.
But I reckon when you've seen a star when they get to Moto 2 straight away and they do well.
Sergio Garcia.
Like I'm talking like that's the next level star.
Alex Rins did that.
Yeah, he did.
He won his second race in Moto 2. Coda.
Marquez.
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah. Oh,
But Alex Marquez took a few years. I think Luca Marini took a few years.
Yeah, Bez took a few.
Yeah.
Bagnaia?
Yeah. I think he took 2, at least 2 to 3. 2's all right.
2's not bad.
Yeah.
2's normally, if you can do it in 1 or 2,
Yeah,
you're
no,
pretty
really good. Really good. Yeah, for sure.
So,
But it's a big leap, so it'll be
Yeah.
really interesting to see how they go. If I'm going to put any bets on, it's obviously David Alonso. He's just showing how good he is.
Oh, yeah. God, he's... But yeah, I mean, that's going to be probably one of the most interesting things to look at next year is how well he's going to go on a Moto 2 bike.
yeah, it'll be interesting.
How
I
he
thought,
keeps his head is just a crazy...
yeah, he's so calculated, man. He's unreal to watch.
Next year, that Angel Piqueras is going to be a star.
He's
He's a rookie like Jacob, but he's doing really well. He had a bit of a breakout race and got 4th or 5th or something like that. So he's doing really good.
Yeah,
He's
super
killing
exciting.
Ortola did well to crawl back up.
Yeah,
to
what
9th.
happened to him?
Something, I couldn't get off the line properly or something.
Yeah, did he get shuffled off before or after the?
That's right. He had to
Yeah.
go straight off. He was on the grid, then started from like pit lane.
Yeah, was
something,
that like before the parade lap or after the parade lap?
Before.
Okay, yeah, because the commentators didn't even pick it up.
Yeah, I saw the grid and I was like, why does it look so funny? I'm like, oh, there's no Otola. And they didn't even pick it up. And then
I didn't even pick
they
it
just realised.
Yeah, it was a good fight back. I mean, dead last to come through to 9th.
Yeah, he was 13 seconds behind the back of the field.
Yeah, that's wild. He's quick. It's all right. He's
Yeah.
really doing well.
I think he's going up to Moto 2 next year as well.
Next crop's coming through.
Hot takes, Jimmy?
Hot takes, boys. Thank you for everyone for sending them through again. There's some absolute bangers. I can't go through them all because there's literally hundreds, if not thousands. But I try and pick out, the best ones or the ones that I can see. At @ZLee_. KTM's performances more rider related than bike related.
100%.
Good call. Love that. Agree.
I agree. I like it. This is a bit of a different one, but I like it. _Derek Hall. Why are national level championships struggling so much with money prizes for riders?
Oh, it's easy. The access to watching the premier class is so much easier now. We've got all this stuff on phones, Facebook, TV. Why spend our time watching these smaller classes when it's so easy to watch the big classes?
But then you look at BSB, they do really well.
Are they though?
Yeah. Their racing's amazing and they make a living off it.
Yeah, they full time.
Yeah.
Yep.
The main stars would be, I think, a back marker would still be working in a shop or something like that. But just say for Australia, if he's just talking about Australia when talking about Australia, there's just no money in it.
But was
Yeah,
ASP,
no one wants to back
And the
him in.
motorcycle industry doesn't back it.
but as ASPK was ever popular?
That's a good question. I just don't think we've ever. Maybe in the late 90s.
Yeah, I
the
think
90s.
late 90s, early 2000s.
I just think
Yeah.
I just think back in the 90s, back in the 80s, you didn't have the access we do now to television.
Well, everything was cheaper as well, and R1 cost
And everyone wanted to go and
35
see-
grand.
That's right.
Everyone wanted to go see live sport as
No,
well.
but who we were talking to where there was someone who worked in ASBK would develop the bikes so well, they would use that technology for World Superbikes.
Crazy.
So the motorcycle industry in Australia would then back in for teams, not just a shitty sponsorship.
That's right.
They would actually be working with the teams. And
factory
you'd
team.
And you would have shops as race teams.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work like
Well,
that
Donny
anymore.
Stafford, who you know and I know really well, he used to build the engines for the ASBK Yamaha boys,
Yeah,
and
there you
he used to sponsor. He had his own team,
Yeah.
Don Stafford Motorcycles in Heidelberg, is it? Or
I'm not too
yeah,
sure.
and yeah, it was huge back early 2000s. He said it was pretty big. So
It's just a money thing.
Yeah,
There's just
that's
no
all it
money in
comes
it.
down to. Yeah. The motorcycle industry here doesn't want to back anyone in either.
No.
yeah,
Not the big players anyway.
is
No,
it because they're owned by these big corporations now?
But even the ones that aren't don't back anyone.
Yeah.
Like they back them for
just-
sponsorship, like
yeah.
personal sponsorships with leathers and helmets and that. But
yeah,
It's just too
back
expensive.
a team, like
It's just a lot of money.
yeah.
That's the problem. They might do like a shitty flagship sponsorship, but that doesn't mean any. I might give a bit of money, but they're not actually at the event really
Yeah,
or
that's
doing
right.
anything.
They're not
They're
showing
not
face.
involved. Yeah, they just put a few
put-
flags up.
That's exactly right.
Hand over a shitty check.
Seen that from someone that pulled their sponsorship from ASPK.
Yeah, that's right. The
Can't even get free tickets.
no. At the _delinquent_gentleman. Why does Dorna still insist on 90% of the live broadcast being about stupid Marc Marquez?
oh,
Which I actually don't agree. I think this round they talk a lot about other riders just because they were trying to talk about the battles in the
They were
the
trying
pack.
to find something.
Yeah, they were trying to find something. So I
Yeah.
don't think it's personally.
no, I think it's got slower as the season's gone on. I mean, like, got to remember that testing day back November Valencia last
That
year.
was all about him.
Bro, all about him, which is fair enough. It was
That's
a big
fair
move.
enough. The same thing. Rossi went
Yeah,
over the
that's right.
Ducati or
And-
whatever.
But yeah, I mean, I think his results obviously been pretty disappointing
I think-
compared to where I thought he
And
was
he's
going to
always going to be a talking point.
be. Yeah.
100%. And I think the thing is at the moment, he's in those battles anyway. So what, you're just going to completely bar him?
Yeah, that's right.
Like, he's there or thereabouts with them anyway.
Yeah, it's,
When
exciting.
There wasn't a lot of passing at all on the race, and he was really the only one that went through the field, I would say.
So Morbidelli had to crawl back through similar position. Like,
Yeah,
I think
where
he
did
ended up
Morbidelli finish in the end?
16th, he finished 9th
Yeah, it's pretty good.
or 8th.
8th, I think.
Yeah, God, it was just
As a racing incident.
racing incident. But
It's just two bikes going for the same line. And
Yeah,
it's-
there was nothing
yeah.
in that.
No.
Shit happens.
Yeah, exactly. It's just unfortunate for
those two
Morbidelli.
don't like
I
each
think it
other.
would have
though,
been
from-
unfortunate for both of them. I think they both could have had a really good race.
Yeah. True. I don't think Morbidelli's not too bad with. I think it's Bezzecchi.
Oh,
Because
Bezzecchi,
the Marquez brothers went to Morbidelli when he was knocked out. That test, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So there's probably a little bit of respect there.
What's going on? Just on touching on that. Is Rossi came out and said some things about Marquez in the media?
He said he was still baffled by the situation, like why they chose.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. That's
Yeah.
all I got out of it. But that's, I think, a natural thing to think.
Oh, it's going to be brewing for next year. It's brewing hard. It's
Yeah,
going
I
to be
don't
so
know.
interesting.
Well, Banyai came out and said it's either going to work really well or going to be screaming at each other.
Yeah.
And I hope it's the latter.
Oh, me too.
We need something.
That's
seriously.
prime time for someone else to come in and win a championship.
Well, that's all right.
Martin on the Aprilia.
Yep.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Could happen.
They'll make a movie about that if that happens.
Won't
That'd
be
crazy.
Oliveira, but.
They've made plenty of movies about him. Don't worry.
Touche.
That was good.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, I'll be here next episode.
Your boy Tom, it's cold Papa.
Hey.
Do you think Pedro's rookie year is gonna be better than Quartararo's? In my opinion, no.
No, not right now.
Not right now.
Unless he pulls some other stuff out of the back
Yeah.
on his back end.
Which
but
is a
no.
good question.
That season where Quartararo was on the Petronas, like there was no one else fighting Marquez that year.
No.
He really put it up to him in some of those races. So
Yeah, as a rookie, he did really well
that was a crazy effort.
on a dying
Even through
Yamaha.
qualifying,
Yeah.
he got it to move pretty quickly.
Yeah, but he made Marquez launch himself into orbit in Sepang, remember?
Yep.
You know what's interesting though? Pedro might come out in those flyaway races at the end of the year and star. You don't know.
I hope so.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if he wins a race, I think, yeah.
Yeah, remember last year, though, he didn't do a whole lot on those flyaways on Moto 2 as well.
Was he being conservative though? Because he had the championship wrapped up.
Yeah,
no,
true.
he
Good point.
didn't have it wrapped up.
That's when Furman took over.
Yeah, he wrapped it up after Phillip Island. The
Not
round-
wrapped
the
up,
round
but like he
after.
was leading by a decent amount. I'm
yeah,
saying.
he
Yeah,
was.
but you still shouldn't take your foot off, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it'd
right.
be interesting.
I feel like a lot of those races that Furman just went out in the lead. He just
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got, Curdy?
I think Acosta is probably going to be like Icarus in a sense. May have flew too close to the sun too quickly, mate.
Whoa, I like it.
I love it, Curdy.
But, mate, I'm seeing him crash too much now.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, big
Too high,
crashes
too
as
quick,
well.
and down
Must be
too
someone in that Spanish town where they're both from, where they just go a little bit too hard in practice, huh?
It's a rookie thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Who did Icarus ride for?
I don't know. Isn't Icarus a like a term?
No, it's wings made out of wax.
Yes. That's yes.
Went to fly.
It's
Flew too close to the sun, and the sun burnt his wings, and he fell down to his death.
The only wings I want to talk about are KFC Wicked Wings, mate.
Mate, that's too good to be true.
Maybe afterwards, actually.
that was good, Curdy.
I like it. I
Very
like it.
spiritual though.
I thought you were talking about Icarus, the documentary, when the Russians got popped with steroids.
But that's the term, I suppose. That's where it came
Greek
from.
mythology, mate.
I like it. You're a man of mystery,
Not the
Curdy.
Greeks.
That was not the Greeks. Had enough of them.
Yeah, Daniel's
Yes,
I guess you could say stepsistered too many Greeks, if you know what I'm saying.
Funny.
At Superbike _R1M, staying on the Acosta theme, Acosta won't win a world title until he leaves KTM.
What? How?
Hot take. That's a
I
sizzling.
don't mind that. It's not a bad shout.
goodness.
It's not a bad shout at
Couple
all.
bad races, Daniel. And
No,
he's
it's
on
not-
fraud
no.
watch and we're off.
No, it's not about him. It's about the bike.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. I think he'll win one. But that's not a bad shout. If you think about that properly, that is not a bad shout at all.
If KTM don't come out and win races next year, then when are they going to do it?
No, that's right. Next
They've
year's
got
their
the
best
riders.
shot to dominate.
Yeah.
They should have sent. Really, they should win manufacturers next year.
They've got 3 out of the 4 riders. Fraud Vinales obviously won't do anything, but
Nah, he'll win on a fourth manufacturer. I'm telling you.
at Coda, everyone will be singing his praises. Yeah, he's the best thing ever. He's going to win everything. Everyone's going to yell at me for some reason for saying he's a fraud. I still
Yeah.
get yelled at for it.
Yeah, I know.
Ridiculous.
It's crazy.
He's-
He's got
he's-
some like undercover fans,
No,
hasn't
he's
he?
paying people off, like Ross used the Italian media back in the day. I'm telling you.
It's true. I reckon it is.
You know, there's something going on.
Good take that.
I don't mind it. I like it, thinking outside the
Guy,
box.
it's way outside the box. Like I wouldn't. Yeah, it hasn't even crossed my mind.
At Matt Old _ I don't know if I'm stupid or not, but why is Triumph never talked about as a potential MotoGP team?
They don't know how to make a 4-cylinder bike.
Ooh, good answer. Love that answer. Love that answer.
That's
Curdy,
just
what are
more
you
of a-
laughing
There's a
at?
bit of hostility in there. I can hear it.
No hostility to Triumph, mate. Come on. Fuck them.
They made a motocross bike though.
Does Triumph have a
It's actually a good looking bike.
do they have a true super bike? Do they sell like an actual super bike that
No.
competes? Yeah.
No.
So that's the
They
thing.
had the 675.
Does
Daytona.
KDM yet?
No.
Interesting.
No. They're apparently KDM's going to be releasing one, I think an 890 or a 990 or something.
They have
A
to.
full,
They
a
have
full
to.
fairinged one.
Will that,
yeah.
will that
But-
sell?
Yeah.
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 That'll move. But yeah, Triumph had the 675 Daytona, and then that's about it. And then they got the 765 that they race in World Super Sport, and obviously it's the motor that's in Moto2.
Yeah.
3 cylinders, but need the fourth.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Sorry to any Triumph. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. If you ride a Triumph, get
Yeah.
stuffed.
Yeah, bite pussies.
Except for you, James. You're all right.
I haven't ridden mine in like 6 months. At B_Rothberg_. Bit of F1. Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari will be a better move than Mark II Ducati.
It's interesting take. Probably.
I think so.
At the moment. Oh, who knows?
No, actually, no, I disagree. I think Hamilton and Ferrari is going to be like fucking
basket case?
Nagasaki. Yeah, it's going to just explode. Third strike and you're out. You reckon?
Nah, Chidge. If you got away with what you got away with in Patreon, mate, then,
Yeah, I
then
know. Tell
nothing's
me about it.
cancelling.
No,
you.
it's not going to work. And you know for a fact, Daniel, the Italians and the British,
British,
they
yeah.
don't get
It's
along.
not the other B word.
And
No.
he's going to come in and go dabbity dabbity dabbity, and they're going to go dabbity dabbity, and it's
There's
not
no
going to
such
work.
thing as pride flags, transgenders,
No.
nothing. And they don't put up with it,
No,
really.
they don't. No, it's yeah.
Well, seriously though.
No, I know.
It's not in their culture. That's why I respect
There's
them
going to
more.
be massive conflict between the engineers. They're not going to listen to him.
Well, he's already talking about like more inclusion into the fucking. How about just put in the best person for the job?
Yeah.
all
If
it
it's,
comes down to.
if it's a female or a fucking transgender person, I don't really care, but they got to be the best person for the job.
Yeah.
If it's just an old Italian guy that looks like Gigi and he's the best engineer, you put that guy in if you
Yeah.
want to win races. That's
it.
how it is.
Work simple.
I know. It's like the that old thing. Like they go, there's the pay gap between women and men. Well, why wouldn't the CEO just hire all women then?
Yeah, I know, it's
You know,
crazy.
it's the same thing.
It's
Because
so dumb.
everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. So I totally agree.
I'm not making any comments.
Nah.
Nah,
I've
we're
done
gonna-
them all tonight.
Nah, if we're gonna go back to our earlier episodes and we're much worse. We're gonna get popped at one point.
Yeah, we'll
like
get popped.
Icarus.
That's all right. We'll get popped. It'll be like when you're eating the the stale meat. You got popped.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kind of covered it, but I'll put him out anyway. Christian_Cairns. Stoked for Iagura, but do you think it's a smart move for Trackhouse racing?
Yeah, I think so.
Suits his riding style. I like it.
I think so.
Yeah, me too. I like it.
This one's for you, Daniel. Special
Ed.
red. Cheeseburger Lorenzo versus Salami Brishy. Neutral event pizza eating. Who gets the W?
Oh, pizza eating. We're talking wood fire or gas?
We're talking like a dirty,
Oh.
corner pizza.
I'm off the carbs at the moment, but I reckon I'll have ya.
No, we're not talking about you.
Me and you.
It's Cheeseburger Lorenzo versus Salami British.
So I heard cheeseburger. T-shirt was involved. That's all.
What a guy.
This is the narcissism this man has.
I know, man. That's crazy. I think Lorenzo might have me covered.
Bro, he's not even fat. He's tiny as.
No. He's chucking
He's
it on,
fucking-
bro.
yeah,
I
he's
reckon
put on a lot of weight.
I reckon he took it off for the fight that never happened, but he looked all right in the ring.
Nah, bro.
Nah,
it's
he-
AI. I'm telling you.
Photoshop does wonders, trust me.
Yeah. And
You can make things look thinner, you can make things look bigger too.
And whenever we've spoken, I'm telling you, he's listening to the pod because, and I'm gonna go on my weekly cheeseburger rant because I love him, but he's been working out lately. I've been following him obviously closely. He's been working out lately since we've been talking about him. Shirtless pics with his sister, kind of hot, but still kind of looks like him. Still would, but he's working out. He's got his little tummy out. He's doing like a little 12-kilo shoulder press.
Nice. Maybe we've fucking got him motivated.
I think we have. I think we're improving his life.
Yeah, there you
He's
go.
been hanging out with the people in Dubai and shit too much, but he'd be eating all the fucking lamb and cheese platters and wine.
Oh, God.
The man's a menace. I love him, but I need to meet him. Yeah, I think he would like me, but
So we in
Been calling him
agreement
fat
that
for the past
he'd win, or am I winning?
I reckon you've got him covered.
I reckon you got him covered.
Trying to lay off a bit, boys.
I've seen you smash.
No, you're looking good, Daniel.
Yeah, you've trimmed up actually.
Yeah, it's all the hate from all the fucking listeners and that.
Well, I have to change my shoes after fucking my
telling
comp.
me that Olins needs to fucking hire extra techs and
That
shit.
was probably the best
Nah,
call
that
I've
was
ever had.
unreal.
Though.
That was
Fuck, that was funny.
dogs.
Willie _Nels would love to see a collective Aussie past legends of MotoGP doing a rider academy and Moto 2.
Yeah, we've touched on this before. I think no one's seemed to have put back into racing.
I don't know if heaps and heaps of people know him, but Wayne Maxwell puts a lot in.
I was just literally about to say Wayne Maxwell with Ovali and
Yeah.
Damo with MotoStars.
Yeah.
And Ant West, he's doing his rider academy.
Yeah.
Be nice if Mick Doohan came out and did something.
But that's what I mean. Like all these great champions, like Wayne Gardner, what did he do? Nothing. Casey Stoner, what did he do? Nothing. Mick, what did he do? Nothing. Like as far as I'm aware.
3 very unique personalities as well.
It's probably so hard though, like being devil's advocate, like you live and breathe it for so long. I'm sure you just
But wouldn't you want to see your country do well?
yeah, you're right.
I think
Like-
Mick's put all his eggs in his son's basket.
He's
F1.
a bit of a savvy businessman though, Mick Doohan. I think he did a lot of like private commercial planes and stuff like that.
He's selling boats and stuff now, I think.
Yeah,
Yachts
right.
and stuff.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that our,
And
GP world champions have done nothing.
I think that goes back, unfortunately, though, to our industry as a whole,
Yeah.
and what it allows us to do, and the nanny state that we live in with tracks and all that BS. To be
Yeah,
honest.
100%.
But someone of that caliber could change the face that quite quickly
Yeah,
and
that's a
easily.
good point. True, for sure.
I get it. Stoner didn't like the attention and all that, and sort of wanted to be away from it. But you would think they'd turn around at some point and go, you know what? Like we've got no real gun Aussies coming up. I'm not saying now, back in the day, and go, let me put some time into someone or
help just bridge the gap from Australia to Europe.
100%, man.
Yeah, we go if someone came out and said, like, I'm going to build a track, a MotoGP, a motor track. You can available at all times. It's a small entry fee. Go for hell for
It's
leather.
just so much harder if you're from, I guess, the States or Australia or overseas, because in Europe, and we touched on it with Joel and a few other riders that we've spoken to, it's so much easier.
And you know what always comes up is the weather. It's funny. They always say, well, it's sunny fucking 360 days of the year, you know? You can
Well,
go
that's
out.
why a lot of riders live in Queensland.
Yeah.
I was going to say go to Queensland.
Yeah.
Very similar
Yeah.
in a way.
So it's a very tricky question and an answer that, probably has multiple layers to it, really.
Yeah. A shout out to Damo and Wayne. Wayne,
Yeah.
if you're listening, return my calls and come on the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on fraud watch.
He's beyond fraud watch.
Yeah.
True.
Cheeseburger Maxwell.
Deserves
You'll
it.
get a reply now.
100%. You can't bash me. Sorry, mate.
That's Maddie574. Do you think Mark will go well on the factory Ducati? Shout out to the female listeners.
Yeah, he will do well, but will he be better than Bagnaia? Probably not.
I don't think so.
It's not shaping up good for him, is it?
No. Is it his arm? Is he not got the full movement? Is there?
I think he's just older.
Yeah,
I think age just catches up on everyone.
it does.
How old is he now? 30.
31, I think. You know what's bags? 25,
I still can't get over Quadraro.
27.
27.
Can't get over Quadraro. He's 25, like 24, 25. He's like an older statesman now.
Yeah. But you don't hear much of him anymore. How crazy is that? Like through the whole weekend, Yamaha did nothing. Not a
Typical.
Yamaha track, but it just sucks. It's annoying
Yeah.
because he's one of the best riders out there. But hey, he's making bank at least.
Yeah, true.
At Nikki D3604, what if Moto 3 and 2 were changed to 300s and 600s to reflect consumer bikes?
That's why you got World Superbike Series and World Supersport Series.
Yeah, I agree. Keep it
It's
prototype.
production. Prototype bike for a reason. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. That's why you got.
I like it.
Bucks.
I like it. I'm with you. At Tomo Parfit, Ogura to win a race in 2025.
Maybe if everyone stacks in front of him.
Yeah.
Curdy, what do you got?
Crash in first corner. Out for at least 6 or 7.
Oh,
races.
imagine if he did that, like broke his leg, gone for like 8 months. That would be a thing he would do, Curdy. He's one of your favourites, but isn't he? You like the Japanese anime and shit.
All the tentacles.
Absolutely diabolical. What the hell was that?
It's making an assumption.
He likes Japanese riders. I gotta like, I
Fucking
don't know.
0 to 100 right there, mate. What
Oh,
the
that's
hell?
so funny.
No, but seriously, you like Chantron, the browner one, and Ayagura.
Dude. We're
Nah,
so
man,
not
he'll
coming
he'll
back.
get in there, Aprilia. Crash in first corner.
Yeah, okay. I hope not. I really hope. I actually really like Ayagura. I hope
He's-
he wins.
Bloody good, but seems to be the trend in MotoGP.
I don't think he'll win a race.
Nah.
They're so aggressive now at the starts. That's the thing because they obviously it's harder to pass, so they're just ruthless. Like,
Yeah, that's where he'll come undone.
yeah,
And it's such a hard thing for GP, Moto2 riders to go up to GP. 'Cause now they have to deal with aero.
yeah.
And had high pressure situations, and you can't sit behind people like a Moto2
At
or
least
Moto3.
those ride height devices are banned for next year, aren't they? So that's one less thing he has
Yeah,
to
but
worry
they'll
about.
find a way around that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GG would mastermind it with his little wand. Last one, boys. This is a bit of a long one, but I had to. He actually commented on our power rankings. NZ_Fitzy. Hot take for you. Love Marc Marquez. Love everything about him. However, do you all think that he's forgotten how to win? It's not uncommon for top elite athletes or teams when they haven't won for a long time after achieving loads of success. How many times when in the top 2 or 3 at the start of a race does he crash? Yet his podiums or top 4s this year have happened when he has to fight from making a mistake either in the race or qualifying, and he comes back from like a 13th.
I don't think you forget how to win. I think it's just the mistakes being made
Very
in the process of getting there for him.
Marquez, like, yeah, he makes mistakes, but it's not this consistent,
He's still not grasping how to ride this bike properly.
clearly.
And that is why he's making those mistakes.
Yeah, I
That's
think
what I can attribute
every
it to.
weekend he's made a mistake in either the sprint or the main race.
Yeah.
Every single weekend. And like back in the Honda days, man, he never made he crashed in practice to see what the limit was.
Correct.
Didn't crash for the rest of the weekend.
Correct.
He always did it.
And if he crashed, it was big.
Yeah.
But it's not like just like he was 2 seconds behind Peck or whatever, and he was chasing him in a sprint. But it's just like, take the second, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Take the second. Like,
Just
you
silly
don't
little
you-
things.
Yeah,
Especially in
you
the
don't have
sprint.
to.
I mean, it's not a race win. So
yeah. I don't know. It's just next year.
I think it's hard for him as well because he's not going to win the world championship. Who gives a fuck if he finishes 4th in the world championship? No one's going to remember that. So he has to go for it. And because he's now going for it, he's making more mistakes.
And, he was 3rd in the championship as well. Now Bastianini's grasped the 24.
Yeah.
The only thing that's really good for Marquez is he's just dominating everyone else realistically in the 23s. Ducatis. Like,
Yeah.
Digi's having a crack, but he's still a
Oh,
step
yeah,
ahead.
he's just head and shoulders above.
Yeah.
Bez had a better weekend. 6th, I think he finished.
Yep.
So he might come to some form, hopefully. Alex Marquez, I thought was time to shine.
Hey,
a bit
shout out to
disappointing.
Alex Marquez, but he crashed in that sprint race and his bike was just about to go through the chicane onto the other side of the track. He jumped up and tried to grab the wheel to stop it from going into the.
Oh, great.
I was like, good guy, Alex Marquez.
That's fucking good vision as well. I didn't see that.
Yeah. I put it down in my notes to talk about it, but it's that's a pretty crazy thing to do in the midst of crashing.
quick thinking.
Yeah,
quick
yeah.
thinking. It's like a reflex thing.
Very
isn't it?
thoughtful.
Yeah, so good guy, Alex Marquez. So
Great guy.
I kept him off for a watch or something like that because of that.
Oh, he'll be thankful.
yeah. It,
They
shapes,
see this stuff, man. I'm telling you.
it shapes riders' careers,
They
those
talk
power
about it.
rankings.
Oh, the laptop's shutting. That means we're shutting up shop.
Let's go get some food, boys.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Done. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
See you, fellas.
Bye.